I'm standing in my kitchen, dressed for what should be the happiest day of my life. My only son, Ethan, is getting married. I'm ready to see him at the altar, beaming next to his bride, with all the love and pride a mother can hold. But my phone buzzes, and everything changes. A text from Ethan, *Mom, don't come. Check Dad's garage. Trust me, my heart pounds. This isn't like him. Ethan's always been intense, sure, but why this, on his wedding day? Against every instinct screaming to ignore it and rush to the ceremony, a knot in my gut tells me something's wrong. I can't shake it. I hurry downstairs, trying to steady my breathing. The garage door creaks as I push it open, and there it is, the box, placed like it's waiting for me. My hands tremble as I lift the lid. Inside, a stack of photos stares back, each one a punch to the chest. My husband, Mark, with Natalie, my daughter-in-law. They're not just close, they're intimate, the kind of pictures you hide from the world. I can't breathe. At the bottom, a flash drive. I plug it into my laptop, hands shaking. Videos load, Mark and Natalie, caught in moments that burn my eyes. Betrayal, raw and undeniable. My world tilts, and I whisper, how did this happen? A year ago, my life was different. I was still grieving my first husband, David, gone too soon after 30 years together. His death left a void nothing could fill, not the house we built, not the inheritance he left me. I thought love was done for me. Then I met Mark. It was a quiet afternoon in the park. He was reading on a bench, silver in his hair, a sadness in his eyes that matched mine. We talked. He was a widower, his wife lost years ago. That shared pain connected us, like we didn't need words to understand each other. Mark was patient, kind. Our talk stretched late into the night, and soon, I was smiling again. 6 months later, we married. It felt fast, but right. Mark made me believe in love again, in quiet moments and new beginnings. At our wedding, Ethan met Natalie, who Mark said was his niece. She was in her late 20s, polished, elegant. I liked her instantly. She seemed perfect for our family. When she and Ethan started spending time together, I was thrilled. They clicked, and I thought, this is it. Ethan's found someone. 2 months later, they were dating. I saw the way they looked at each other, and my heart swelled. Less than a year after that, Ethan proposed, and Natalie said yes. We were planning a wedding, the day I'd dreamed of since Ethan was born. Mark and I were overjoyed, caught up in the excitement. I thought everything was falling into place. But now, staring at these photos, that flash drive still playing, I realize I was wrong. This wasn't a new chapter of happiness. It was the start of something dark, something I never saw coming. My phone buzzes again, snapping me out of the memories. Ethan's name lights up the screen. I answer, my voice shaking. Ethan, what's happening? His voice is tight, urgent. Mom, don't come to the wedding. Check the garage. I mean it. My stomach drops. Why? What's going on? He hesitates, then says, I've suspected Natalie for months. I hired a private investigator. He confirmed it yesterday. They're con artists, Mom. Mark and Natalie. They've been lying to us this whole time. The words hit like a slap. Con artists? Mark, the man I trusted, and Natalie, the woman I welcomed into our family? My mind races, trying to process it. Ethan, I don't understand. How could this? He cuts me off. Mom, I know it's a lot. Just get out of there. I'm on my way, and I've called the police. Stay calm. Don't do anything yet. My throat tightens. I want to scream, to demand answers, but before I can, a shadow fills the garage doorway. Mark. His face is a mix of surprise and something darker. Helen, what are you doing in here? My heart stops. I can't tell him what I know, not yet. My voice shakes as I lie, just looking for some old stuff. His eyes narrow. He doesn't buy it. You don't look okay. What's going on? I force a smile, but it's weak. I'm fine. He steps closer, his gaze hardening. Helen, something's wrong. Tell me. The air thickens with tension. I can feel his suspicion, and I know I'm running out of time. My mind screams to get out, but my keys, they're gone. I check my purse, my pockets. Nothing. Panic sets in. I'm trapped, and Mark's watching me like he knows something's about to break. My heart's pounding so hard I can barely think. Mark's standing in the garage doorway, his eyes locked on me, suspicion carved into every line of his face. Helen, you're not fine, he says, his voice low, sharper now. What's going on? I'm frozen, my lie about looking for old stuff crumbling under his stare. The photos, the flash drive, they're still on the table behind me, screaming the truth I can't let him see. I force another weak smile, my voice barely holding. I'm just stressed, Mark. It's Ethan's wedding day. I'm fine. He doesn't move, doesn't blink. You're acting strange, he says, taking a step closer. My stomach twists. I can feel the walls closing in, the air heavy with everything I'm hiding. I need to get out, but my keys are gone, and my phone's useless, no signal. I glance at the stairs leading back to the house, calculating. If I can just get upstairs, lock myself in somewhere, maybe I can buy time until Ethan or the police get here. I need to lie down, I say, edging toward the door. I'm not feeling well. Mark's hand shoots out, grabbing my arm. Not hard, but firm enough to stop me cold. Helen, talk to me. What's in that box? His eyes flick to the table, and my blood runs cold. He's too close to the truth. I yank my arm free, heart racing. Nothing, Mark. Let me go. His jaw tightens, and for a split second, I see something dark flash in his eyes, anger, maybe fear. You're lying, he says, his voice dropping to a dangerous whisper. What did you find? I don't answer. I can't. My legs move before my brain catches up, bolting past him toward the stairs. He shouts my name, but I don't stop, slamming the garage door behind me and racing into the house. My hands shake as I fumble for my phone again, praying for a signal. Nothing. The Wi-Fi's dead too. Someone's cut the line. My breath hitches as I realize how trapped I am. I sprint upstairs, my legs burning, and barrel into the bedroom, locking the door behind me. I press my back against it, gasping, trying to think. The silence is deafening, but it doesn't last. A knock on the door makes me jump. Helen, are you okay? Mark's voice is soft now, too soft, like he's trying to play concerned. But I hear the edge beneath it, the same edge I saw in his eyes. I don't answer, my pulse hammering. I can't let him in. Not with what I know. Not with those photos burning a hole in my mind. Helen, open the door, he says, louder now, the softness gone. You're scaring me. What's wrong? I'm fine, I manage, my voice trembling. I just need to rest. Please, leave me alone. He doesn't respond, and for a moment, I think he might walk away. But then the knock comes again, harder, more insistent. Helen, let me in. We need to talk. My stomach drops. He's not giving up. I scan the room, desperate for something to hold the door. My eyes land on a small dresser. It's not much, but it'll have to do. I drag it across the floor, wincing at the scrape, and wedge it against the handle. Helen, what are you doing? Mark's voice is sharp now, impatient. He's testing the handle, rattling it. The lock holds, but I know it won't for long. My mind races. The window, it's my only shot. I rush to it, lifting it as quietly as I can. The drop is high, too high, but staying here isn't an option. Not with Mark pounding on the door now, his voice turning angry. Helen, open this damn door. The wood groans under his fists, and I know he's done pretending. I'm halfway out the window, one leg over the sill, when I hear the crack of splintering wood. My heart stops. He's breaking through. I don't think. I swing my other leg out and grip the ledge, my hands slick with sweat. The ground below sways in my vision, but I can't stay here. I lower myself as far as I can, then let go, hitting the grass hard. Pain shoots through my ankle, but I'm up, limping toward the alley behind the house. I need to get to my car, a few blocks away. I need to get to Ethan. My phone's still in my pocket, and I check it again as I stumble forward. 1 bar. It's enough. I dial Ethan, my hands shaking so bad I nearly drop the phone. He picks up on the first ring. Mom, where are you? His voice is tight, panicked. I'm okay, I gasp, though I'm anything but. Mark, he's lost it, Ethan. He's breaking into the bedroom. I'm heading to the car. There's a pause, then Ethan's voice, hard with resolve. Stay safe, Mom. I'm almost there. The police are coming. Don't stop moving. I hang up, my breath ragged as I push through the alley. The car's in sight now, parked under a streetlight. My ankle throbs, but I don't care. I just need to get out of here. I fumble with the spare key I keep hidden in the wheel well. Thank God I didn't rely on the ones Mark must have taken. The engine roars to life, and I peel out, my hands gripping the wheel so tight my knuckles turn white. I don't know where I'm going yet, just away. Away from Mark, away from the lies. My phone buzzes again. Ethan. Mom, meet me at the old parking lot by the pier. I'm with the investigator. We've got more on Mark and Natalie. Hurry. My stomach twists. More? What else could there be? I nod, even though he can't see me, and turn the car toward the pier. The city blurs past, my mind spinning with everything that's happened. Mark's betrayal, Natalie's lies, Ethan's warning, it's too much, but I can't fall apart. Not yet. When I pull into the parking lot, Ethan's car is already there. He's standing outside, arms crossed, his face pale but determined. But what makes my heart stop is who's in the car. Natalie. She's locked inside, her face pressed against the window, staring at me with wide, guilty eyes. I slam my door shut and march toward Ethan, my voice shaking. What the hell is she doing here? You said she's part of this. Ethan holds up a hand, his voice steady but urgent. Mom, listen. Natalie's not innocent, but she's scared. She's been in on it with Mark, but she's cracking. She didn't know it'd go this far. I glance at Natalie, her tears smearing the glass. She looks broken, but I don't buy it. Not after those photos, those videos. Ethan, she lied to us. To you. Why is she here? He sighs, running a hand through his hair. I thought she was a victim too, at first. But the investigator dug deeper. She's been with Mark for years, Mom. Not his niece, his partner. They've been running cons together, targeting people like us. I brought her because she's our leverage. She's ready to talk. My knees buckle, but I catch myself. Years? Partners? The betrayal cuts deeper, sharper. I turn to Natalie, my voice cold. Get out of the car. Now. She hesitates, then unlocks the door and steps out, her hands trembling. Helen, I'm sorry, she whispers, but I cut her off. Don't. You played us. You played my son. Tell me everything, or I swear I'll make sure you pay. Her eyes dart to Ethan, then back to me. She's terrified, but I don't care. Not anymore. It was Mark's plan, she says, her voice barely audible. He's been doing this for years. I got pulled in. I didn't want to hurt anyone, but I couldn't get out. I don't believe her, not fully, but before I can press her, Ethan's phone buzzes. He glances at it, his face hardening. Mom, the investigator just sent more. It's bad. He hands me the phone, and my stomach drops as I scroll through the messages. Photos of Mark and Natalie, but under different names, in different cities. Reports of their scams, widows, lonely millionaires, all conned. And worse, 2 of their Marks died in accidents that weren't accidents at all. My hands shake as I whisper, they're not just liars. They're killers. I'm gripping Ethan's phone, staring at the evidence that Mark and Natalie aren't just con artists, they're murderers. My hands shake as I scroll through the investigators' messages, photos of them in different states, different names, always the same game. They'd charm their way into someone's life, marry them, then vanish with the money. 2 victims, wealthy widows, died in staged accidents. A car crash. A boating mishap. The words blur on the screen. Mark and Natalie didn't just betray us. They targeted us, and we're next. I look at Natalie, still standing by the car, her face pale, tears streaking her cheeks. She's shaking, but I feel no pity. You knew, I say, my voice sharp enough to cut. You knew what he was doing, and you helped him. She flinches, her eyes darting to the ground. I didn't want to, she whispers. Mark, he made it sound so easy. Just a game. But then it got out of control. I couldn't stop him. Her voice cracks, but it's not enough. Not after what I've seen. Ethan steps forward, his jaw tight. Tell us everything, Natalie. Every detail, or you're going down with him. She nods, swallowing hard. He picks the targets, she says, her voice barely audible. Rich, lonely, vulnerable. He studies them, learns their weaknesses. Then we get close. I play the perfect partner for someone like Ethan, while Mark, he wins over the parent. We take the money and disappear. But the deaths. I didn't sign up for that. He said they were accidents, but I knew better. My stomach churns. You're saying you plan to kill us? I ask, my voice trembling. Natalie hesitates, then nods. Not at first. He wanted your inheritance, Helen. But if things went wrong, if you caught on, he wouldn't hesitate. Ethan's face darkens, his fists clenching. And you went along with it? You were going to marry me, Natalie. Was that all a lie too? She looks at him, her eyes pleading. I cared about you, Ethan. I swear. But Mark, he's dangerous. I was scared. I don't buy her sob story, but we don't have time to argue. Ethan's phone buzzes again, and he checks it, his expression grim. The investigator says Mark's been spotted. He's not far from here, heading toward the old warehouse district. My heart races. Mark's still out there, still a threat. I turn to Ethan. We can't let him get away. We need to tell the police, now. He nods, but his eyes flick to Natalie. She's coming with us. She's our proof. We pile into Ethan's car, Natalie in the back, her hands cuffed with zip ties Ethan found in the trunk. I sit up front, my mind spinning. The pier's lights fade as we drive toward the warehouse district, the city growing darker, more ominous. I keep glancing at Natalie in the rearview mirror. She's quiet now, staring out the window, but I don't trust her. Not for a second. If you're lying, I say, my voice low, if you're playing us, I'll make sure you regret it. She doesn't respond, just nods, her face tight with fear. Ethan's driving fast, too fast, but I don't tell him to slow down. We're running out of time. The police are on their way, he says, his voice steady despite the tension. The investigator's tracking Mark's car. He's holed up in one of the warehouses, probably trying to figure out his next move. I grip the armrest, my nails digging in. What's our plan, Ethan? We can't just walk in there. He's dangerous. He glances at me, his eyes hard. We don't confront him. We get close enough to confirm he's there, then let the police handle it. But we need Natalie to talk, to give them enough to nail him. The warehouse district looms ahead, a maze of rusted buildings and shadowed alleys. Ethan pulls over a block away, cutting the engine. The silence is heavy, broken only by Natalie's shallow breathing in the back. "This is it," Ethan says, checking his phone. The investigator says Mark's car is parked behind the third warehouse. He's inside. My heart pounds as I look at the dark buildings. Somewhere in there is the man who shattered my life, who planned to take everything from us. We step out of the car, the cold air biting my skin. Ethan hands me a flashlight, his face serious. "Stay close, Mom. If anything feels off, we get out." I nod, my throat tight. Natalie's still cuffed, and Ethan pulls her along, her steps hesitant. We move quietly, sticking to the shadows, the warehouse looming closer with every step. My ankle still throbs from the jump earlier, but adrenaline keeps me going. I can't stop now. As we reach the third warehouse, I spot Mark's car, parked haphazardly behind a stack of crates. My stomach drops. He's here. Ethan signals for us to stay low, and we creep toward a side door, rusted and ajar. Inside, it's dark, the air thick with dust and the faint smell of oil. We move slowly, the flashlight cutting through the gloom. Natalie's breathing is louder now, panicked. "He's going to kill me," she whispers. "If he knows I'm here, he'll kill me." I shoot her a look. "Then you better hope the police get here first." We hear a noise, a low thud, like something heavy being moved. Ethan freezes, his hand on my arm. "He's close," he whispers. We edge forward, peering around a stack of crates. There's Mark, pacing in a dimly lit corner, a duffel bag at his feet. He's muttering to himself, his movements erratic, like a caged animal. My heart stops. He doesn't know we're here, but one wrong move, and we're done. Ethan pulls out his phone, texting the investigator our exact location. "Police are 5 minutes out," he whispers. "We just need to keep him here." But before I can respond, Natalie lets out a choked sob, loud enough to echo. Mark's head snaps up, his eyes scanning the darkness. "Who's there?" he shouts, his voice sharp with paranoia. My blood runs cold. He's reaching for something in the duffel bag, a gun. Ethan grabs my arm, pulling me back, but Natalie's frozen, her eyes wide with terror. "Run," Ethan hisses, but it's too late. Mark's moving toward us, the gun in his hand, his face twisted with rage. "Helen?" "Ethan," he calls, his voice a mix of disbelief and fury. "You think you can trap me?" My legs feel like lead, but Ethan's already pulling me toward the door, Natalie stumbling behind us. The flashlight drops, clattering to the ground, and the beam spins wildly, lighting up Mark's face for a split second. He's not the man I married anymore. He's something else, something dangerous. We burst out the side door, the cold air hitting us like a slap. Mark's shouts echo behind us, followed by the crack of a gunshot. I scream, ducking as Ethan pulls me behind a crate. "Stay down," he yells, his voice hoarse. Natalie's crying now, incoherent, but we can't stop. The sirens are closer, but not close enough. Mark's footsteps pound toward us, his voice a snarl. "You're not getting away. Not this time." Ethan's eyes meet mine, and I see the resolve there. "We can't let him escape," he says, his voice low but fierce. "We end this now." My heart's in my throat, but I nod. We're not just fighting for our lives anymore. We're fighting for justice, for everyone Mark and Natalie hurt. The sirens are louder now, but Mark's closer, his shadow looming in the doorway. Time's running out, and I know this is it, one way or another, it ends tonight. We're crouched behind a crate, the warehouse district's shadow swallowing us as Mark's footsteps echo closer. His gun glints in the dim light, his voice a low growl. "Helen, Ethan, I know you're here. You can't hide forever." My heart's hammering so loud I'm sure he can hear it. Ethan's gripping my arm, his eyes fierce but steady. "Stay low, Mom," he whispers. "The police are almost here." Natalie's trembling beside us, her cuffed hands shaking, her sobs barely muffled. I want to scream at her to shut up, but there's no time. Mark's too close. The sirens wail louder, cutting through the night, but there's still a minute out, maybe less, maybe more. It's not enough. Mark's shadow shifts in the doorway, his gun raised, sweeping the darkness. You think you can ruin me? He shouts, his voice cracking with rage. After everything I built? You're nothing. Ethan's jaw tightens, and I can see him calculating, his mind racing for a way out. We need to move, he whispers. If we stay here, he'll find us. I nod, my throat dry. My ankle throbs from the earlier jump, but I push the pain down. We can't stay pinned like this. Ethan glances at Natalie, his voice sharp. You make a sound, you're done. Got it? She nods, her eyes wide with fear, but I don't trust her. Not after everything. Ethan points to a stack of pallets across the alley, a narrow path leading to another warehouse. We go there. Stay quiet. I take a shaky breath, and we move, crouching low, our steps muffled against the gravel. Mark's voice follows us, taunting. Helen, you really thought I loved you? You were just a mark. A lonely widow with a fat bank account. His words sting, but I don't let them sink in. Not now. We slip behind the pallets, my heart pounding as we press against the cold metal of the warehouse wall. Ethan's checking his phone, the screen lighting his face. Police are pulling in, he whispers. We just need to keep him distracted. But before he can finish, another gunshot cracks through the air, the bullet ricocheting off a crate nearby. I stifle a scream, my body shaking. He's shooting blind, Ethan says, his voice steady despite the chaos. He's desperate. Natalie's whimpering now, and I grab her arm, my voice a hiss. Shut up, or I'll leave you for him. Her eyes meet mine, and for a moment, I see something, guilt, maybe, or regret. But it doesn't matter. She's part of this, and I'm not letting her drag us down. Ethan's already moving, pulling us toward the next warehouse, its door half open. Inside, he says. We can hide there until the police close in. We slip through the door, the darkness swallowing us. The warehouse is a maze of crates and machinery, the air thick with dust. We duck behind a stack of boxes, catching our breath. Outside, Mark's voice grows louder, frantic. You can't run from me. I'll find you. His footsteps crunch closer, and I realize he's in the alley now, searching. My stomach twists. He's not giving up, and we're running out of places to hide. Ethan's phone vibrates, and he checks it, his face grim. The investigators with the police. They're surrounding the area, but Mark's still armed. They're moving slow to avoid a shootout. I nod, my mind racing. We can't just wait here like sitting ducks. What about Natalie? I whisper. She's our leverage. Can we use her to stall him? Ethan hesitates, then nods. It's risky, but it might work. If she talks to him, it could buy us time. I turn to Natalie, my voice cold. You're going to call out to him. Tell him you're alone, that you're scared. Keep him talking. Her eyes widen, panic flooding her face. No, he'll kill me. You don't know what he's like. I lean closer, my voice steady. You helped him ruin our lives. You do this, or I'll make sure you're the one he finds first. She swallows hard, nodding, her hands trembling in the zip ties. Ethan unties one of her hands, just enough for her to move, and she takes a shaky breath. Mark, she calls, her voice cracking. It's me. I'm alone. Please, I'm scared. The footsteps stop. My heart skips a beat. Natalie? Mark's voice is sharp, suspicious. Where are they? She glances at me, and I nod, urging her on. I don't know, she cries. They left me. I'm in the warehouse, Mark, please don't hurt me. Her voice is convincing, laced with just enough fear to sound real. Mark's footsteps move closer, cautious now. You better not be lying, he snarls. If this is a trick, you're dead. I hold my breath, every muscle tense. Ethan's watching the door, his body coiled like a spring. The sirens are deafening now, the police closing in. Red and blue lights flash through the warehouse windows, and I know it's only a matter of seconds. But Mark's still out there, still armed, and one wrong move could end this badly. Suddenly, a shout from outside. Police! Drop your weapon! Mark curses, his voice a mix of rage and panic. You set me up, he screams, and another gunshot rings out, followed by the sound of tires screeching. Ethan pulls me down, shielding me as the warehouse erupts in chaos, shouts, footsteps, more gunfire. My heart's in my throat, but I can't move, can't think. All I can do is hold on to Ethan, praying we make it out. The shooting stops as quickly as it started, replaced by the crackle of police radios. Suspects down, someone yells. My breath catches. Down? Does that mean? Ethan's already moving, pulling me to my feet. Stay here, he says, his voice urgent. I'm checking. I grab his arm, panic rising. No, Ethan, don't. But he's already gone, slipping toward the door. Natalie's curled up, sobbing, but I ignore her. My focus is on Ethan, on the danger still out there. I follow him, my legs shaky, peering out the door. The alley's flooded with police, their flashlights cutting through the dark. Mark's on the ground, hands cuffed, blood seeping from a wound in his leg. He's alive, but he's not going anywhere. Relief floods me, but it's short-lived. Ethan's talking to an officer, pointing toward the warehouse. My mom's inside, he says. And the woman who was with him, she's in there too. The officer nods, motioning for his team to move in. They find us quickly, their voices calm but firm. Ma'am, you're safe now, one says, helping me to my feet. Natalie's cuffed again, her face pale as they lead her out. She doesn't look at me, doesn't say a word. I don't care. She's not my problem anymore. Outside, the scene is chaotic, police cars, ambulances, flashing lights. Mark's being loaded onto a stretcher, still cursing, still fighting despite the cuffs. This isn't over, he yells, his eyes locking on me for a split second. A chill runs through me, but I push it down. He's done. He can't hurt us anymore. Ethan's beside me now, his arm around my shoulders. It's okay, Mom, he says, his voice soft but steady. He's going away for a long time. I nod, but my hands are still shaking, my mind replaying everything, the photos, the gunshots, Mark's twisted face. What about Natalie? I ask, my voice hoarse. Ethan's jaw tightens. She's talking. The police have her, and with what the investigator found, she's not walking away from this. We stand there, watching as the police secure the scene. The weight of the day crashes over me, betrayal, fear, survival. I thought today was about celebrating Ethan's future, but it's become something else entirely. A fight for our lives. We're not done yet, I say, my voice quiet but firm. We need to make sure they pay for everything. For us, for everyone they hurt. Ethan nods, his eyes hard. We will, Mom. I promise. The night stretches on, but for the first time I feel a flicker of hope. We're still standing, and that's enough for now. The warehouse district is a blur of flashing lights and shouting officers as Ethan and I stand in the cold, watching Mark being loaded into an ambulance, his leg bandaged but his hands still cuffed. His eyes burn with rage, but he's powerless now, his threats echoing uselessly into the night. Natalie's already in a police car, her head bowed, avoiding my gaze. Relief washes over me, but it's heavy, tinged with the weight of everything we've lost, trust, safety, the life I thought I had. My hands are still shaking, but I grip Ethan's arm, grounding myself. We made it through, but it doesn't feel like a victory. Not yet. An officer approaches, his face serious but kind. Mrs. Carter, we need you and your son to come to the station. We've got a lot to sort through, and your statements will help. I nod, my throat tight. What about them? I ask, glancing at Mark's ambulance and Natalie's car. The officer's jaw tightens. They're both in custody. We've got the evidence your investigator sent, and with what we found tonight, they're not going anywhere. But we need everything you've got to make this stick. Ethan steps forward, his voice steady. We'll tell you everything. The photos, the flash drive, the investigator's reports, they're all at the house. And Natalie, she admitted to being part of it. The officer nods, jotting something down. Good. We'll send a team to collect the evidence. Let's get you to the station. I take a shaky breath, the reality sinking in. This isn't just about tonight. It's about tearing apart the web of lies Mark and Natalie spun, making sure they pay for every life they ruined. The drive to the station is quiet, the city lights blurring past as Ethan and I sit in the back of a police car. He's staring out the window, his face drawn, and I know he's wrestling with the same pain I am. Natalie was his fiancée, the woman he loved, and she betrayed him in ways neither of us could have imagined. I reach for his hand, squeezing it. We're going to be okay, I whisper, though I'm not sure I believe it yet. He nods, his grip tightening. I know, Mom. But it's going to take time. At the station, the fluorescent lights are harsh, making everything feel too real. We're led to a small room where a detective, a woman with sharp eyes and a calm voice, takes our statements. I tell her everything, finding the box, the photos, the flash drive, Ethan's call, the chase through the warehouse. My voice shakes as I describe Mark's gun, his rage, the moment I thought we wouldn't make it. Ethan fills in the gaps, his tone steady but raw, detailing the investigator's findings and Natalie's confession. The detective listens, her pen moving quickly across her notepad. You've been through hell, she says finally. But this is enough to bury them. She shows us the investigator's report, now in police hands. It's worse than I thought. Mark and Natalie have been at this for over a decade, moving from state to state, targeting wealthy widows and lonely heirs. The 2 accidents Ethan mentioned were just the tip of it. There are suspicions of other deaths, other scams, all carefully covered up. My stomach twists as I read the names of their victims, people like me who thought they'd found love, only to lose everything. How did we not see it? I whisper, my voice breaking. Ethan shakes his head. They were good, Mom. Too good. The detective leans forward, her voice firm. You stopped them. That's what matters. With your evidence and Natalie's cooperation, she's already talking, trying to cut a deal. We've got a solid case. Mark's looking at multiple charges, fraud, conspiracy, attempted murder. And if we can tie him to those deaths, he's never getting out. I nod, but the words feel distant. Justice is coming, but it doesn't erase the betrayal, the fear, the way my world shattered in a single day. We're at the station for hours, answering questions, signing statements. By the time we're done, dawn is breaking, the sky a pale gray. The police offer to drive us home, and we accept, too exhausted to argue. The house feels different when we walk in, empty, haunted by the memories of Mark's lies. The garage door is still ajar, the box of photos gone, collected by the police. I collapse onto the couch, my body heavy with fatigue. Ethan sits beside me, his shoulders slumped. What now? He asks, his voice quiet. I don't have an answer, not really. We rebuild, I say finally, the words feeling fragile but true. We take it one day at a time. They took a lot, Ethan, but they didn't take us. He nods, a small, tired smile breaking through. You're right. And we'll make sure no one else goes through this. I'm not letting their story end here. His words spark something in me, a resolve I thought I'd lost. Mark and Natalie tried to destroy us, but we're still here, still fighting. That's something. The police call later that day with an update. Natalie's given a full confession, detailing every scam, every mark, every dollar they stole. She's named Mark as the mastermind, the one who planned the deaths, though she swears she didn't know about them until it was too late. I don't believe her, but it doesn't matter. Her testimony, combined with the evidence, is enough to ensure they both face trial. Mark's still in the hospital, under guard, but he's not escaping this time. The detective promises to keep us updated, and I thank her, my voice steadier than I feel. As the days pass, Ethan and I start picking up the pieces. We talk, really talk, about the pain, the anger, the guilt we both feel for not seeing the truth sooner. We decide to sell the house, it's too full of ghosts now, and start fresh somewhere new. Ethan's wedding plans are gone, but he's stronger than I realized, already looking forward, determined to rebuild his life. I'm proud of him, prouder than I've ever been. One evening, as we're packing boxes, Ethan pulls out a photo of us from years ago, before Mark, before Natalie. We're laughing, carefree, and it hits me how much we've lost, but also how much we've gained. We're survivors. We're going to be okay, Mom, Ethan says, echoing my words from the station. I nod, tears stinging my eyes. Yeah, we are. The road ahead is long, but for the first time in days, I feel lighter. Mark and Natalie are gone, locked away where they can't hurt anyone else. And us? We're free. Free to heal, to start over, to find peace. It's not the ending I imagined for Ethan's wedding day, but it's the beginning of something new.